kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will have the football first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week.
Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game.
It's a fumble. And the ball goes out of bounds. The offense maintains possession with no gain on the play. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him, and the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Penn State's offense has the ball for the first time. Leaves it with the running back. He's past the 30. Still on his feet at the 45. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
The Nittany Lions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Creates a little space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
The Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's got it on the run. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a third and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
I mean, some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
The Cornhuskers send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. That's reeled in. It's Cano. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And they find him early, and I love it because last week they found him often. He had over 100 yards, and they found him throughout the season. This offense is built on his playmaking ability. This dude is unbelievable. He's unguardable, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy conversation.
Oh, he's got his face. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. It's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Lawson.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Cano. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. Bring in the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And with that, they've taken the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, we don't get a ton of top 5 matchups, so let's check out how today's Rumble played out. Arizona State was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Sun Devils team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other could have a case for the #1 spot in America, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's got it on the right. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Huskers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix?
Breaks into the open. He smashes his way through again. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Neither team's wasted time putting points on the board. They've got it back, down 14-10. Got a man, it's Cano. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Plenty of points on the board early, and they've got it back trailing by 3, 17-14. He'll start this drive firing. Quickly out to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Got his man. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive game.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll go right back to him. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Get it out on the screen. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Cornhuskers are rolling down the field. The corners are walked up tight. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds his man in the middle.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Can't make the grab on third down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
And he crushes it right through the uprights. Is good from 59.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you're...
There he goes. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. To the ground. He's got it again. First down and more. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. They'll run it from the gun.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Cano. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Penn State! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. He's no stranger to the end zone. His 50th career touchdown grab.
Doesn't matter who's calling plays, doesn't matter who the quarterback is. You throw this guy's direction if you want to win games. He is a difference maker. He's one of the best in the nation. 50 touchdown catches is incredible.
It's just incredible production and just sustained production consistently week in and week out in the lineup. You know, you're going to throw him the football, you know exactly what you're going to get. What an unbelievable number to hit.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kid who is so important to this team.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Look out, he's got room. Turning it on. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. He lobs one high down the left side. He's going. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cornhuskers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskers!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel this.
Oh, he's got some space. Lowers those pads. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage to take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
After that huge play, let's see if they can punctuate it. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Quick strike complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You know, it's one thing to have all the accolades preseason and have all the expectations, but it's another thing to be able to go out and execute week in, week out. He's done that. He now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the year.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside. Defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
And at this point on the field, I mean, I guess why not try to guess the snap count? Defense gets caught, still 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal for the offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. On to attempt to try. extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. The Scarlet Knights have opened up this lead, and with that D-back looking like a young Devin McCourty out there today, points could be hard to come by the rest of the way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Rutgers. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Got it in the middle. It's Benedict. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Looking to fire. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Huskers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Back to pass. He wants to go deep. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Well, if you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out at receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top 5 in the nation right now in receiving it.
Punts it out of the air. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw-and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And this guy continues to pour on the stats. That's why he's in the Heisman picture, right? Had over 100 receiving yards last week. He's off to a great start today. Defenses just can't figure this guy out.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got him downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. Now the play fake. It's complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense.
chance to make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41?
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
And the Huskers have their offense in high gear. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Wants to go up top. Got it behind the line. It's Cobb. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Hunt is on its way. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Pulls it in. It's Cano. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again.
And we're going to call his name a lot today because...
There he goes! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Lawson. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The offense will have to use its 1st time out of the half.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
The Nittany Lions back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it out fast. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Quick strike through the air for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all 1st half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And they had the extra point to finish the drive. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quick.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Happy Valley has given us a fun first half. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Beaver Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Cornhuskers will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Unloads to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking for the end zone. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Pass interference. Offense.
I know that's offensive pass interference, but I actually think that's a very heads-up play because that ball might have got intercepted. That was an errant throw. The receiver knew it, and instead of allowing the defender to pick it off, he knew, hey, I got to create a penalty here and save my quarterback and bail him out.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. He'll take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away and doing it clean. No PI on that one.
And after that incompletion, they are left with a 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Nittany Lions will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. From the gun, running back gets to give. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
To the air on first down. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
Wants to fire on second down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Huskers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. From the red zone, looking for a man. Finds it back in the middle. And completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run play action. Under fire. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
And the D deny them on second and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Ready to try the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in CUSA so very critical. How about this one today? The home team is just destroying the competition today, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The away team has done nothing to stop this offense. This is ugly today. They're up 14 over Rutgers. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver. So that shows you what kind of special year this young man's having.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Turning it on! Give him 88 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. You're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Reinbold. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Nittany Lions come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
After getting 4 sacks last game, this defense really is trying to create an identity as being one of the better pass rushing units in the entire country. Haven't really seen that, though, in this game.
Unleashes one deep. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be a...
Touchdown, Penn State! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
He's going to throw deep right side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Got his man quickly. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later. Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back.
He'll take a shot. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll get it to the 48.
wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The run from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defense...
It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Nebraska. And they turn it into a defensive score.
That's such a great job by the defense because they never quit on the play. Gave up a completion, but did you see them swarm to it, rip the ball out? They're able to scoop it, score. That is an unbelievable effort play by the defense.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Cano. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Benedict. Oh, he's got some space. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Wide open downfield. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Racing to the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Husker.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they've still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer pressure with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The offense set for a first down play. Might as well give it to him again. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Give him 109 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Gotta love the way the defense is playing here on this drive. Down in the game in the fourth quarter. They're expecting run, and they're getting stops these last two snaps. If they can get a big play here, they've got an opportunity to get off the field and probably get pretty good field position to put their offense in a position to maybe go score.
Wow, already up to 250 catches for his career.
That's a lot of catches. How about the consistency of this young man, the durability, the toughness? He's got all those characteristics, Palmer.
250 catches is impressive, too, because every week the defense knows they're trying to get this guy the ball, and still they cannot stop him.
They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. The Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! A great catch and run for 6. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Let's see what he can do with the return. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Huskers will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Great place to start for this offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Breaks into the open. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't happy.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab on the big throw. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Hit as he throws. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. This offense has it with really good field position. The give to the back. Nice move there. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Cornhuskers moving quickly to the line. They'll go to the air. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost face.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The Scarlet Knights are just a play or two away, and oftentimes we see games like these come down to coaching. They're up by 7 over Rutgers. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Deep shot for the end zone. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Going right to work up top. Going for the big play. Makes a catch at the 20. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damages.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's caught. It's Benedict. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And how about that linebacker? Seeing the ball getting thrown really quickly to the wide receiver, breaking on it, and then being able to get that fast guy on the ground for no gain. That's a really athletic play by that linebacker.
Quarterback on the keeper. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Really nice job by the defense that time, stopping the option. Everyone accounted for it. You saw the quarterback. He was holding it. He was running wider and
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Pick off! What a play by this defense!
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. He's looking deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Cano. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Picked off to stop the threat. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the rush will get to him at the 25. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. The Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. It'll be a draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. And here we go, final play of the game right here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He wants a big play here late. And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a close. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big